you know what, I don't need to do anything. And she stood up and headbutted the doctor. Yesterday was one hell of a rough day, and I'm not joking. So, from the comedy event and going down the stairs backwards, I bumped all my spine and it started to swell. So my spinal cord had started to swell, and the doctor was like, you need to go to the hospital immediately in case it's this cauda equina, which I'd never heard of before in my life, but it turns out that that would then make me paralyzed from the waist down if it was, and wasn't operated on immediately. I'm very grateful it wasn't that, it was swelling, but I am now down for a surgical procedure on the 25th on my spine, which hopefully will stop a lot of the pain, and if the swelling goes down, then that's that, I'm okay. If the swelling doesn't go down, then I will have to have this emergency kind of release of the trapped nerves that were caused from going down the stairs quite badly, like backwards, which wasn't my friend's fault or anybody's fault other than the people that should have had a room properly. But anyway, so in my 8-hour kind of day at the hospital yesterday, I have to admit, I loved the people watch. I've never seen so many, like, the place was rammed. I mean, packed rammed. There was no doctors for people. There was no beds. So people were falling around in A&E, like, dying. And then there was other people there that just couldn't get into the GP. You know, can't get seen, but, like, I think I heard to the receptionist, like, every 5 minutes that somebody was booking in was, my GP said. And I felt bad because that's how I started, you know. My GP said that this could be critical and I need to be here. But there were people that just genuinely, they didn't, and I don't judge a book by a cover, but in A&E you were expecting to see people with blood spurting everywhere, people dying on the floor, not like, I've got a little bit of mild toothache and the GP won't see me, so he said to go to A&E. And it kind of seems like it's been like that since COVID. Like, every doctor's is different. Okay, great. Mine now do a text service as well as a call service, and you can text pictures of your infected areas rather than them actually looking at the areas. And then if they deem it, then they will look at it, but or send you straight to A&E. And A&E is overwhelmed by this. Like, I've never seen it like that in all my times I've been there, and I've been there a lot of times because I have a lot of accidents, but I also, you know, I have a lot of health problems. And when I was going through losing the toe and then the leg, I was in A&E quite a lot because the GP just sends you there to hopefully get admitted, but it's not a promise, you know. It's just we'll send you there, hopefully you get admitted, hopefully you get sorted, if not, lose a leg. Shit happens, and that's what went with me. But since COVID, it's like, okay, send me a picture on WhatsApp and I'll have a look. Oh, that looks grim. I'm gonna say you need to get seen, go to A&E. That's what it, you know, like, oh, that looks bad, you should go to A&E. You should get that looked at. Get that looked at is your job, doctor. You know? I think another thing the GPs don't realise is it's all right saying, I think it's an emergency, you need to go to A&E right this minute. When you are a single parent and they're on Easter holiday and you're on your own, like, one, how am I gonna move and get dressed? As you can see, I am not dressed today. I look like shit. But I can barely push my wheelchair, one, because it's crap, but also because I just, you know, I'm in so much pain and swelling from all the steroid injections yesterday. So how, you know, am I just bring my child and she's going to sit there for 8 hours to get seen and looked at and everything else as well? It just, you know, they don't understand that, yeah, okay, it's a medical emergency, but it's not that simple. It isn't. And I don't know what people do when they don't have support. So, as I said, one of the things I love to do actually is people watch. I do love a good people watch, not stare, not oh, what's wrong with her, but I like to watch people. People are amazing and so diverse, and it's just something I like. I can't help it. But anyway, A&E watching is like the Oscars was going on yesterday, literally, because these people were faking heart attacks and pain and injuries to try and get seen quicker, because obviously the more serious you are, the more you're going to get seen quicker, is the idea. I don't know if that's true, but it's the idea. So this one man sat in this A&E's wheelchair, rocking backwards and forwards, and then all of a sudden he starts having what I can only say as a heart attack that he's seen happen on Casualty. Like he's seen bits. He hasn't quite got the heart attack going properly. Like, he's not having a heart attack. We know he's not, because he isn't doing everything that he should be. And it turns out he's in there for gallstones anyway, but he thought he'd fake a heart attack to kind of get seen quicker. So his whole kind of thing just really didn't work, but it was highly amusing. But there was also quite a lot of elderly there, and I again think, the support from the systems in place aren't there to be helping them. One woman, you could tell, had a UTI. I've worked in care before being disabled myself, and I've been in many hospitals. I kind of pick up on these things, you can't help it. But one of the funniest things yesterday was how elderly people with UTIs are not themselves. And it reminded me of one of my stays, actually. So one of the times I'd gone to A&E, you get admitted to the observation ward before they can find you a bed. So you're in a bed, but it's a temporary kind of fix. But you might be there all night till the next day, to be honest. It just depends. Anyway, this elderly woman was there with her son, and they had asked for a urine sample. So purposely she couldn't give a urine sample. She peed all over the chair and then said, "You're not getting my fucking piss," which I just thought was amazingly funny, obviously. But she then wouldn't stand up. She was like, "You're not getting my piss, you can fuck right up." And you don't expect this 90-year-old lady to be saying these things. And then the doctor came over and said, "Look, we need to get you out of the wet clothes, as well as we do need a urine sample. We can't take it off the chair now, so feel free, please stand up and let's get you clean." And he got a little bit aggressive in the way he was talking to her, with, "You need to do this and you need to do that." And she said, "You know what, I don't need to do anything." And she stood up and headbutted the doctor. His nose just across his face. There was blood everywhere. And this doctor's like, "The fuck? Like, I have never been treated like this in my life." Like this professional doctor who has studied for years and years and years to become this doctor to help people and fix people and probably loves people, has just been headbutted and now has a broken nose and kind of become a patient himself. There was just blood everywhere. Anyway, unfortunately she was then restrained by security had to come and stuff, and but within hours of having IV antibiotics, she all of a sudden became a very well-spoken elderly lady who was appalled that anybody would leave a lady of her age especially in a pissy bed, covered in piss and obviously smelling. And why did nobody try to at least clean her up? There's absolutely appalling behaviour. The NHS is ridiculous. When it was her, but that's how UTIs can affect the elderly and easily turn into sepsis. Again, like yesterday, this one gentleman dragged his foot in, kind of like I would have if I had one. He was dragging it behind him as if this thing was dead. His foot was dead, dying, and he was crying in pain, and he couldn't pick his foot up at all. And it's amazing. Then they get the X-ray and see, and then he walks out. He's had his X-ray, everything's actually okay. He walks out as if there's not one problem with him whatsoever. Like, okay, I'm okay. It's fixed. Like, where was the pain? Where was the dragging your leg like it's about to be amputated? Where did that go? It's like A&E is I know where everyone finds their acting skills or something. I mean, I'm just sat there. I was in pain, I'm not gonna lie. I did ask for painkillers when I saw the doctor, which he gave me morphine mixed with my normal meds. Made it particularly funny just to sit and watch people, because although I'm in pain, I don't care. And I think that's all morphine does to you. You're still in pain, but you genuinely don't give a shit anymore because you're chill. It chills you out. You're chilled. I don't care. I just need a fag. That's all I'm thinking about. I need to go outside for a cigarette right now and FaceTime my daughter and tell her I'm okay. And that was it. But honestly, I think like places like Casualty really and Holby City and all that are amazing, but they're nothing like the reality. I went in yesterday being told that if I need this surgery, the quicker I get it, it's crucial. So if it is this trapped corticina, then literally within 24 to 48 hours, if I don't have surgery, I will lose from my belly button down feeling, and that would be it. The feeling from my belly button down, I would lose full control of bladder and bowels, and I will never walk again because that's it. And yet I was still sat for a good 5 hours before I saw a doctor. Before I saw, I'd already been triaged as an emergency, and they'd said, we've put you down as an emergency. This is a very serious issue. Please try not to move very much, because obviously any movement of a trapped spine, a trapped nerve in your spine, you're gonna fuck yourself over, So I'm trying not to move or piss myself or laugh at people having a fake heart attack, or the limping, or the toothache, and all kinds of shit that just comes through that door. How the nurses and doctors cope with it, I just don't know. I genuinely don't know. But the acting was phenomenal. General people acting like babies was the best ever. And I swear, nearly every old person that I was sat with there, all were like the character, Graham with alright son, fucking hell, this place is a fucking arsehole. I've been here fucking 9 hours. I'm still not going to pay meds. I'm fucking shit myself and no one's helping me, And all of them were like that, all of them. And it was just hated every minute of it because I'm not with my daughter. But if I could put a camera in there that I could watch it from home, I won't move. Like, I'd be watching the CCTV there all day, every day. Because it's more entertaining than anything else I've seen, TV's got nothing on that.